Horror movies are either really good or really bad, and most of the time, it's the latter. And for me, when a horror movie is bad, it doesn't just disappoint me, it pisses me off. Now, there are a bunch of movies I could talk about. Until Dawn, The Strangers Chapter 2, Jason X, Halloween, Rob Zombie Edition, I mean all of them. But recently I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer, released in 2025. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I have never wanted a main cast to die so badly than this one right here. So, horror movies that piss me off. I Know What You Did Last Summer, released in 2025, was a big fart, ladies and gentlemen, which is weird because this franchise was never really that good to begin with. Pure horror slop. I'll let James A. Janice say it best.
This movie fucking sucks.
We begin this movie with this girl who's returning home from what looks like an Uber. We see her unpack, try on clothes, talk to herself in the mirror in the third person like she's The Rock or something, all while a song I'm pretty sure went viral on TikTok plays in the background. We learn through her schizophrenic dialogue that she is there for her best friend's engagement party. And out of all of the dresses, my girl, that one is a little fucked up. We get a best friend's picture frame and we learn that her mom is dead, which won't be important at all later in any of this shit. We cut to Danica and Teddy's engagement party where we see Danica telling, I don't even know what her name is, that she should go hook up with this dude named Milo, who she used to have a thing with in high school. And listen to this scene and tell me if you would take advice from this girl.
Floyd's new. He's a claircognizant empath, and he told me that because Pluto's an Aquarius.
We learn that the green dress's name is Ava, and these two dudes are Milo and Teddy. It's clear that the engagement party was an undercover ploy to matchmake these two people when we cut to a toast where the in-laws give some nice words, which leads us to a bonfire where the four of them decide to take a trip down memory lane. As they're about to head out, they spot this girl named Stevie, who used to be a part of the clique before something happened with her dad, and because of this situation with her father, Stevie was left in the dust chachino. As they talk to each other while staring directly at her, which I'm sure is not noticeable at all, Ava decides that they should invite Stevie out for old time's sake, which Danica does not seem too excited about. With some convincing, Stevie agrees to tag along to watch the fireworks. We cut to reckless driving as Teddy attempts to grab the wheel from Danica, who is the only sober one in this car, which causes a close call. And in just a few short moments, another close call happens to Teddy, almost getting boomed by this car. And then another car comes, but some Final Destination shit happens because Teddy is apparently immortal, and instead of getting painted on the pavement, the car swerves at the last second, missing Teddy completely and almost flying straight off of this road, teetering on a cliff. And you guys are just staring at it? Someone call the cops, someone help out, what are you guys doing? As the car inches towards the edge, the gang tries to get the dude out, but the door is locked. Break the window, Ted. The door isn't gonna open the 50th try. Look, even the dude in the car knows this. The driver punches his way through his own window to grab onto Teddy's shirt in a final effort to save himself. And look at this dude, Teddy. He done hit a spin move in order to get the driver's hands off of him. Naturally, all of them start tweaking out as Teddy goes to phone the police. And that's just a little too late, my boy. That dude is dead. As they begin the argument to discuss if this was an accident or a murder, and Danica makes a pretty good point here.
There are so many accidents that happen up here, and nobody knows that Teddy was in the middle of the street.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true.
As a collective, 4 out of 5 of them say that leaving is the best course of action. Ava is the only one having some turmoil about it, but eventually cracks under the pressure, and all 5 of them hit the jets. A silent car ride happens as police fly by them. Danica once again makes a decision to not go to the police station, and the group has a meeting which basically says, zip the lip onion dip. It is now 1 year later, and Ava is partaking in some lovemaking with a random stranger in the airport bathroom as she gets a call from Milo saying he'll be there in 15 minutes to pick her up. The random is also going to Southport, so they hitch a ride with Milo and Ava. We learn that this random's name is Tyler, and that Tyler is the host of a true crime podcast. And I'm sure that won't be troublesome later on. Anyways, we are back at Southport due to Danica's bridal shower, and Stevie seems to have taken Ava's place as Danica's best friend. This is when we see Danica opening presents, and after a few normal ones, she opens a blank card with one sentence on it. And can you guess what that is? Of course, the classic I Know What You Did Last Summer is on the card. And who the fuck is this? This is not Teddy. Where's Teddy, man? He was starting to grow on me. Ava, Milo, Stevie, and Danica once again have a meeting where they discuss who could have sent this card. Side note, why would any of these characters, A, continue to stay in Southport after what happened, or B, ever return to Southport again. These guys and gals are fucking up. Danica thinks Teddy sent this to her as a way to mess with her because he's upset about her new engagement. So we cut to Teddy's boat, who's obviously been struggling with what happened last summer, and he says that he did not send this and it's not his problem. Get the fuck off the boat.
Y'all please get the fuck off my boat.
Can you just
go?
So we are back at Danica's crib, where she's a little paranoid, so in order to calm herself down, she hops in the bath and begins to feel safe. Her fiance, Wyatt, on the other hand, is fighting Scorpion in the woods. Everybody wave goodbye to Wyatt. Danica finds him, screams, and now we are in a police station. Instead of being distraught about her fiance's death, Danica is thinking about how she's going to be a hot widow. And somebody come get her, y'all. I want her to be mad. Ava and Danica have a heart-to-heart, and we are at another meeting with this group of people who are very oddly calm about this and try to brainstorm who could be behind all of it. This is when Milo remembers the true crime podcast host, Tyler, who conveniently is only in Southport to talk about the events of what happened in the original movie. We get this entire montage dedicated to the original movie, and Tyler and Ava end up in an abandoned house, where Tyler basically recaps everything that this franchise has ever done. All is interrupted when the fisherman pulls up on Ava and attempts to put Belle to ass. Tyler is cleared of being the killer and a chase sequence occurs. Ava gets caught in some Looney Tunes ass trap as Tyler dodges all of these attacks. Stevie arrives to help Ava, but unfortunately one of them had to go, and that ends up being Tyler. Without any help from the police, the gang decides to seek help from the one and the only Julie James. As Ava pleads for her help, Julie just has one question for them.
What did you do last summer?
Wow, man. We are now in Julie's house that's filled up with nostalgia slop, and Ava explains what happened that fateful day. Julie basically says that this shit's not gonna stop, and shit, you probably gotta fight him, no ifs, ands, or buts. Again, why don't these people just leave town? Now we are at a town hall meeting where Ava and Milo do their best to cause mass hysteria in Southport. This is when Ray shows up and says the one thing that would shake the entire town.
You should listen to her.
It was a talking dog, you know what I mean?
We cut to Stevie and Ray talking, and Stevie decides that Ray should know what they did last summer. Finally, one person in this group has any sense, and Teddy suggested they should all just fuck off to the Bahamas for a few weeks, but that gets shut down. Ray decides that the best course of action is to find the car that the homie exploded in. As they search for the car, we find that it belonged to Pastor Judah Gabagool or something.
Gabagool, over here.
In the meantime, Teddy and Danica are at a graveyard where they find Helen Shivers' tombstone and also find Sam Cooper's tombstone that has fresh flowers on it. They ask this dude to check the cans to see who left said flowers, and he dies. Classic. Tired of waiting, Ted decides to go see what the holdup is. This is when Danica gets attacked and is about to get zeroed until Teddy comes in from the right side and straight bodies this dude, forcing him to flee. Ray and Jamie catch up, Teddy and Danica go to sleep, and finally, Milo and Ava get down to business. But instead of getting buns, Milo decides to go die instead. Ava and Danica go to Pastor Judah's and search for some answers, and find answers they do, as the Pastor Judah has a whole book dedicated to the victim, Sam Cooper. They tell the police to go investigate the pastor, but they don't listen. Classic. And now we are in a sauna where Teddy gets a very heartwarming message in the steam. Teddy gets baited into walking into the most sketchy place that you can possibly imagine in a situation like this, and I bet you can guess how this turns out. Teddy dies alongside his father Grant, and now we are back at the police station. Danica is having a nightmare because Helen Shivers is talking to her whilst holding a hook. Danica wakes up to chaos in the police station. It really starts to go down right now, ladies and gentlemen. Grant and Teddy are discovered. Pastor Judah has been killed as well, and on the pastor's wall, we see that Stevie and Sam Cooper used to be involved. Big reveal, Stevie is the killer. She starts her villain monologue saying how this group of people abandoned her back in the day, killed the one she loved most, and got off scot-free. And she couldn't let that happen and starts to fight. Ava and Danica get the drop on her, and where the fuck is Danica going? She has the hook in her hand. You could have ended it right there. Idiot. She better not live this movie. Ray somehow gets on the boat in an instant. I mean, look at the distance between them. How is he there? And why are they just standing there? Go help, man. These people are useless. Danica is begging for Ray to shoot her, but Ray is negotiating with Stevie. Idiots. Just do it, Stevie. Kill them all. Kill everyone on this boat. Yeah, now go get the rest of them. Don't let any of them live. God damn, Ray. You gonna do them like that? Oh my God. It's all over now.
You know it was me, don't you?
Yes, even a bigger twist, Ray was always a part of the killings. They was on some Ghostface shit in this movie. Julia arrives, has a stare down with Ray, and let's just cut to the chase. Ava harpoons Ray right through the chest, and boom! How the fuck is Danica still alive, bro? She got hooked straight up in the middle of her chest and thrown out into the sea, and she washes up on the shore alive? Turn this shit off. Cut this shit the fuck off. They tried to set up a sequel to this movie, but I doubt that will ever take off. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments which horror movies piss you off the most and what else you'd like me to talk about. I'll see you guys in the next video.